Okay, let's see. I guess I just went into a little conspiracy mode here, you know. A lot of people liked the video called Sunburn. I'm not sure if I saw it many years ago. I might have. I'm not sure, but I would like to see it now at least, because now it piqued my interest. Now, Sunburned, I saw the promo and I was thinking, okay, because this is a lot of things, I know that the Roman Catholics don't want the system to be exposed. You can see they really hate having that system exposed. And it seems like that Sunburned might actually have exposed that system. Now, I can't remember if I saw it. I can't remember the details if I did see it. I might have seen it, but you forget so many things. But I know of at least 3 new things that have been censored in our time. The first one, that's Keith Green. Keith Green Chronicles, in regards of the Catholic Chronicles by Keith Green. They were censored. They stopped selling them. They didn't want to have them. I saw one of these mails that they had stopped selling them, and they didn't want people to make copies of them. Oh, really? That doesn't sound like the spirit of Keith Green that wanted the truth out. So, any case, it's on the internet. You can get the information. It's called the Catholic Chronicles by Keith Green. If you want to look into that, pretty much does a lot of exposing of the Roman Catholic system. Now, and he was a Jew that became a believer in his Messiah. Another thing that I know was removed was we have Haley's book. What's it called? Haley's the Haley's Bible Handbook, and it has a chapter in regards of Christian history and all that, and exposing the system and all that. I haven't read it all, but the thing is, they took out the whole chapter, and that is in regards of the guy that is well known, like Billy Graham and all that. And you can see other people actually talking about that weirdly enough, it was taken out. This chapter, the whole chapter was taken out. So I had to get an older version, and I have here where it actually is. Now, I haven't read it all yet and all that, but yeah, it talks about, as I remember, the Jesuits, the Roman Catholic Church, history and all that was, pretty much exposing the things. But this was taken out. I remember Catholic that quotes from the book and all that. Yeah. I should really get to read that at some, the whole thing. But anyway, there's so many things, right? But that's the second thing. The third thing, in regards of exposing the Roman Catholic Church, that has been removed, is what was it called? That I know of. Let's see here. I think I lost it. Oh, my poor brain. Let me see. Oh, yeah. That was in regards of a guy known as Walter Martin, and I think he might have been a wolf in sheep clothing. Has a lot of issues with that guy. But, like writing a whole book in regards to the cults, right? The kingdom of the cults, and, not having a chapter in regards to Roman Catholicism. And actually it's, defending, them and all that. But in the beginning, he wrote a booklet, or a book, a booklet, I guess is the better word. By the way, here we have, there we go. Here we have the book, The Kingdom of the Cult, another chapter in regards to Roman Catholicism. Interesting, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're going to see Kingdom of the Cult. Anyway, it's a pretty big book. And I remember Ravi Zacharias was asked about, and he's like, he's asked about it. Why is there nothing in regards to Roman Catholicism? And he's like, oh, you're really putting me on the spot here. It's like, and then he says like, it's not, I'm not talking, around the subject, and then he talks around the subject pretty much, I think. But anyway, so that was interesting as well. Anyway, so the Kingdom of the Cult, The newer versions doesn't mention this book that Walter Martin had been, or booklet that he wrote in the beginning. And then in regards of the people apparently, saying that he never wrote it. Oh, so I got an older version, the oldest versions I could. I think it probably is a first edition, but it doesn't really say. But you can see on the page numbers, it goes down and down and down and down, the further back you go. And this is not that many pages. It's not that big compared to the... Anyway, and it actually says that he wrote this thing. And it's called, let's see what it's called. You can find it on the internet as well. So this is another thing that they have tried to hide away. He had to have some credits from the Christians, right? So he has to start out, getting some bonus points in regards to Christians. It's booklets. It's under booklets. It's called The Roman Catholic Church in History. That was, something he wrote. This verifies it. So, yep. Anyway, so if anyone denies it, it's... Anyway, so that was a guy that I actually have it on my mobile, but it should be out on the YouTube still in regards of, there's a guy that I can't remember what his name is, but he pretty much speaks the whole booklet through in 2 videos, I think. Oh, well, also... So you see how they work and remove material, I pretty much begin to get the idea. And I'm like thinking, I might be totally wrong, but I went into conspiracy mode again, right? Because, you see the Ministry of 119 removing this movie called Sunburned. And I'm like, okay... because there was some things that was wrong in the documentary, and I'm like, okay, but a lot of people apparently really liked it, and I can't remember if I liked it or not. I can't remember if I saw it. I probably did. I don't know. I don't know, but I saw the trailer of it. That's still around. And I'm seeing the trailer, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, because I'm thinking, maybe there was something in the movie, because it is in regards to Christ Mass, and maybe there's something that totally, makes them want to have it away, So I went for the trailer, and I'm like, okay, it actually looks pretty good in regards of, there might be something in the video itself, the documentary of Sunburned, that might actually be, they just say that, there's some mistakes in the documentary and all that, and they wanted to correct it, and they wanted to update it and all that. And I'm like, okay. So, now, of course, that's a couple of years ago, apparently, and they didn't really get to, they just removed the movie, they just removed it, and just, there's some mistakes in it, so we just removed it. Okay. But apparently a lot of people thinks it was pretty good, it seems. So I'm like, did the devil want it to be removed or what? I want to see it myself now. I want to see what mistakes could there possible be in the video that was so mistaken, so they took it down. And now, now there's the new video and all that. And I guess I just went into a little conspiracy mode here, I guess, I might be totally wrong, but I'm like, why would they actually remove it totally? They stopped selling it. That's like, Keith Green and all that, where I think it was his wife or something like that wrote back, or maybe it was another, but the ministry itself just stopped, selling this, and they didn't want anyone to copy this material. And I was like, okay, that's very interesting, because that's not the spirit of Keith Green. He would have liked this information out there, and then they just stop it, stop selling it and make excuses and this and that and all that. And this was actually from a Roman Catholic that have turned Christian, and he wanted more of these because he thought they were pretty, they were good to hand out to Roman Catholics. And so he's getting this message back, and I read it on the internet a long ago and all that. It's hard to remember all the details, but it's like, yeah, we're not selling them anymore. You're not allowed to copy them, and that's pretty much it, right? Well, it was a longer letter, but that's pretty much a summary, I guess, of it. I was like, something seems wrong here. Something seems terrible wrong. Anyway, and in regards of the Haley book, as I understand it, the guy, what's it called? The guy, the popular guy, he bought the rights to the book, and then the chapter was removed. Was it like, I can't even remember his name, but we have some other people talking about that on the internet as well. And I think one of them was a former Roman Catholic, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he actually was a former Roman Catholic, and he speaks also on that. And as a book written from a woman that goes into Billy Graham, that was the name, Billy Graham, and talks about that they removed this whole chapter and all that. And it's in regards to the chapter, it's not just so Actually, Dave Hunt also talks about this. That in regards of Billy, in regards of this book having history and all that, and mentions that has been removed in the newer versions and all that. So it's disgusting. Anyway, and there was someone that talked about it's a pretty big job to remove a chapter, and you need to make all the things in the index and all that. Whatever. Any case, So I'm just going conspiracy nuts here, I guess. And I'm thinking, I want to see this video. I want to see Sunburned, And the question is, where can I get this documentary, Sunburned? They stopped selling it. There's no access on the website. They just, said, oh, there's some mistakes in it, so we remove it and all that. And that doesn't seem to compute when other people actually seem to have really liked it. So I really want to see it myself. Okay, there might be something in the documentary that might not have been totally, solid or whatever, but I have to see it. To see what was going on here. Now the next video is now upcoming, and we're still waiting for it, of course. They said they would put it up like 2 days ago, and then it came up, and then it came down again, according to some of them. And then it was the old version, but the old version just had a minor bug, a 2 bugs or something like that. They fixed in the newer edition, but I guess they're now uploading the. So it's not up, And I'm sitting here, and then I'm hearing people talking about it, and I'm like, I wonder what I was one that wrote something about that the ending, the 2 women in regards of the ending just sums it up or something like that, and I'm like, women, okay, so what do you mean about this and all that? And I'm thinking in regards to the trailer, I'm just who knows, I might be totally wrong, I'm just guessing here, I'm sitting guessing here, I'm just yeah, anyway, I guess I don't have much more else to do. So I'm thinking like, I wonder if it's those 2 women from the from the trailer I've seen, from this what was it called? From the Christ Mass question. And I'm sitting there, I'm wondering. I wonder if that's from the trailer, because the trailer have like 2 women sitting there, and they begin to talk about it's just in regards of we don't care what others celebrate, we celebrate Jesus and all that. And I wonder if that was what they put in regards to the last part of the video. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, I don't know. And I really want to know, and I really want to see both of the videos, to see if I'm just totally nuts, That might totally be the case, in this instance. Yeah, I was like, I'm just, I guess I'm just out there, questioning everything, and that's the idea, right? To question everything. Why would you remove that? Because a lot of people seem to have liked this and actually would love to use this to, and yet it's not there. So why would you remove? Yeah, I just what is so problematic? What was so problematic that you had to totally remove it? Or maybe in regards of maybe it just hit a too large blow to the Roman Catholic Church and the Christmas tradition, the pagan Christmas tradition, and yeah, I'm just thinking, So I guess the problem is I don't have access to any one of these at the moment. But I really, really wonder in regards to the next movie here, the Christmas question, in regards of if it's going to end with, hopefully not, hopefully not, hopefully not, hopefully I'm wrong, I'm just guessing, out of the box, yeah, yeah, I really want to see it, both of them. Why, you just, I don't know really where to look for it overall. Oh, wait. Maybe this site is still up. What was it called? YouTube or something like that. I think YouTube.com. That worked. That's many years ago. I was in there. And it collected a lot of Christian, if I can remember if it's the right address. Oh, I don't think it is. But there was a website that I think it was called YouTube or something like that, and it had just had all these different. Now it's many years since I used it, but it had like a collection of all the Christian material. YouTube, no, nothing. YouTube. Oh, there we go. I think I found. Yep, I found it. So maybe there's something in here, broadcast the creator of the universe, see video. We actually have 119 ministries, just everything.net. Oh, it would be so cool if it's there. No. Oh, there we go. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do now, and that's to see those two parts. It's like 2 hours and see what that could be. Apparently Flash. Download options. Woohoo! That's how it needs to work. Yeah, let's download those. That's like how, that's the thing, like in the old days where sanity was on the internet, where they didn't try to block you on so many levels, and this is so nice. This is great. Let's download them before they do something. Yeah. Anyway, interesting. And there's also MP4 and FLV version here. Save link content. That's it's a wonderful. This is actually, I don't know why I actually didn't use this website more. It's a wonderful site. It's called YouTube. So let's see here. Let's see. Yep, it's called. This is the address. So, and it has a lot of. It's primarily in regards of the Bible, and that's so it's like a collection. So you don't need to sit. And okay, it's going to take a little time to actually download it. It seems it's very slow. I guess it might be very busy on the servers or something like that. But yeah, it's that slow. Oh my. So that's going to take. Well, one of them is actually pretty. Okay. It's just one of them that is actually slow. So the other one is going. In a pretty good, steady, So, yeah. So I found it. Yippee yay! Let's see if I'm just a crazy conspiracy not case. And whatever. Of course, when these documentaries are made, sometimes there's mistakes in them. But that's the thing, we are, as long as we're just trying the best that we can do, and if there's some mistake that slips in, hopefully we can discern and correct them and so forward, right? But I don't understand why they would take it totally down. But hey, I have I'll check it out and see, if I think it would, if it would be anything of taking down. Oh, this is awesome. I found it. Yeah, that's awesome. So around 2 hours. Oh my! I don't. That was a great website. This one. Again, because you have all the Christian material, collected in one place, and the website is working very well. It's like in the old days, pretty much. It's not too much, and not any ads or anything. Just pretty much a standard web page like in the days of old. It looks pretty good. It's easy to use. It's wonderful. I do wonder how it actually works on the mobile. Here we have Jim Stanley. I think they wrote it wrong. Staley. Jim Staley. I think it's Stanley, right? Anyway. Or maybe it's another guy. Maybe it's just another guy. That might be. But here you have a lot of different. You have Michael Rood. You have Paul Nissan from Torah Life Ministries. Rico Cole. There's a lot of I don't know. Walter White from Amazing Discoveries, Tony Robinson, Tony Stephen, Tom, Scott Dreyer, Rico Cortes, Paul Nissan, Pamela Benton, Monte Judah, Michael Rood, Mark Biltz, and he from El Shaddai Ministry. And he's the guy that also has calculated when Yeshua was born. He believes it to be Sukkot, and I think that looks pretty good. We have Kent Hovind, he's nice as well in regards of creation science evangelist. So you have a huge, and there's more. The list goes on, but there are some pretty good. I there's a lot of them I don't know. 119 ministries. I know that a little at least. I know what it's pretty much. A little about it anyway. So yeah, this looks good. So I just wonder in regards to this next video that they have made, and they, as I understand it, they never really updated Sunburn. So I guess this is the video that replaces Sunburn or what? So of course that will be interesting to see the differences of these two. If the new video goes sugarcoating in regards of keeping Christ Mass, that would be very interesting. But I don't know, I'm looking forward to see it. I'm just thinking, I don't know. I'm wasting my energy on thinking on these things, I guess, And again, I might be totally wrong. We nearly have it down. The first one, let's see here. Sunburned 1 and Sunburned 2. See, this is like, websites I would, this is like the old days. This is how it worked in the old days. Not all this bullshit with big companies doing this and that. This is like a website that is made for the user, and it's just having these features that you would normally have, like, hey, you can just download the video, you can see it and download the video. So anyway, let's see here. It talks about if you're really interested in your relationship with God, if you're really interested in how He wants to be loved and does not want to be loved. So interested in how He wants to be loved and does not want to be loved, then this teaching is for you. We take a hard look at the subject that most are too scared to consider critically. Christmas and Easter, this teaching for those that are bold in the faith and really want a relationship with their Creator that is founded on love in the way He defines love. Prepare to challenge your faith and test everything. And I don't understand why they're promoting Hanukkah. As far as I can see, Hanukkah, different sources. At least there's enough things in regards to Hanukkah that I remember researching years ago, and I remember my conclusion that that's not for me. And I really don't understand why anyone would be promoting Hanukkah. There seems to be some things, in regards to the winter solstice as well. I've seen Just today I've seen two sources, just a quick research and all that. Two sources that actually, one a Jewish source and another a professor talking about that Hanukkah, the traditions of Hanukkah and all that. It's pretty much a winter solstice festival. But of course, it's not written in the Torah. Now, of course, there's these 21 pages of the history of Hanukkah, which starts like in second Sukkot and so forward, and talks about the so-called rabbis and so forward, and all these things. And then one can, they're just providing the information, and the idea is just then you can decide afterwards. And it's not, it's 21 pages, but it's like, you have the space, so it's not that bad, and it's interesting. I did read it many years ago, but I've happily forgotten it in some sense, because I just, this is not for me. Christmas not for me, Hanukkah not for me, just trash it, and Purim as well. It's not found in the Torah. I have enough in regards to the festivals, to learn those and try to keep them and all that, and try to normalize that. So anyway, nearly done. Yeah, the first one is done. Let's see here. It opened up in a. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't that program I wanted to. Let's see here. For free, high quality streaming or DVD versions of this teaching. Just to visit them. Thank you for supporting 119 and making these teaching possible and free to the world. Well, as long as you don't remove them, right? The quality could be better, but absolutely better than nothing. Of course, if the sound doesn't work, that's going to be a problem. Maybe I should just open it up in another program that I know. So let's take a VLC player, and I guess I have 2 hours then to spare, It's also, the other new version that should have been out for 2 days ago, and it's not out yet. It's sitting there, and it would be interesting to see it up, So sitting here and I didn't really want to go into this subject again, but someone sent me a link in regards of where they attacked, where they defended Christ Mass, and I thought that was totally bullshit and all that. So I ended up getting into this thing again and researching some of the things, and just researching a little more, just to get me a little. But the thing is, you tend to forget the things that you researched like years ago. You know your conclusions, and it's pagan and all that, but you just can't remember everything. There's so much, So the same thing with Hanukkah. I'm like, I can't remember. I can remember my conclusion. I can remember that I absolutely did found out that there was something that absolutely did not seem to be good, and thereby I just rejected it. And of course, it's not found in the Torah either. But now, years down the path, I really can't. I had to, some of the things I saw a guy today and talking about the subject, and some of the things, that was something in regards of, it's like something in regards of sun worship and all that, and what was it called, shamash, the middle candle and all that, and you can see this pagan god in Mesopotamia actually having the exact same name, and and you light the whatever. But at least it's not found in the. It's not found as a commandment. So again, not for me. So let's see here if it wants to work with this one. It might just be my speaker not working, because they have a way of turning off if it's not loud enough. See? Let's see. So there we go. And there was sound. Well, the quality could be better, but really, it doesn't really matter in regard. Of course it's not. But it's as long as one can, the information is the important thing, right? Yay! You see, we have breakthrough, truth. Challenge your faith. Challenge yourself. learn the facts on what our Savior really taught. Okay, looks pretty good. Test everything. Amen to that. 119 Ministries.
Hello and welcome to another teaching by 119 Ministries.
Yep.
Our ministry teaches that the whole Bible is true and is all still relevant to believers today.
Well, I would of course have problems with Paul, but anyway. But it seems to work, and let's see. Yep, it seems to be Sunburned here, and it talks about, in regards to the God knows my heart and all that, and so it goes through. It's not really a total, it's just more of a lecture, it seems, pretty much. Oh, okay. I wonder what, the thing is, apparently there was some mistakes they say in this video, and there might be, they actually use plural here, that's nice. I wonder which version they used. Okay, so that's the first hour. Okay, so it's pretty much more like a lecture than really a movie, a documentary. It's more like going to different, the new Encyclopedia Britannica here. Was adopted by the Roman Catholic Church as Christmas, the Nativity of Christ, to counteract the effect of these festivals. It's a little hard without the context here. December the 25th, the birthday of Mithra, the Iranian god of light, the day the day devoted to the invincible sun, as well as the day after Saturnalia, the new Encyclopedia Britannica. Anyway, was adopted by Roman Catholic Church as Christmas, the Nativity of Christ, to counteract the effect of these festivals. So, as the Christian uses in general was celebrate the death of remarkable persons, as to say Passover, death of Christ, rather than their birth, the feast was established in memory of this event, the assigned birth of Jesus in the 4th century. That sounds pretty good because it's, like 300 and something. And we see John Chrysostom promoting Christmas in the late 14th century. And of course attacking the real festivals of Jehovah. So you see the agenda of the Romanizers. They don't want anything to do with, the law of God. You're a Judaizer, right? A legalist, fundamentalist, a radical, a Jew, and all that. But we know people were keeping these things, and we have enough puzzle pieces to. Well, we know what the Nazarenes did. They believed that Jesus was God in the flesh, the Son of God. That he that he was born of a virgin. He pretty much believed everything that Christians should believe. Well, they were the first believers, so But there was one thing that the Roman Catholic Church didn't like, or the Romanizers didn't like. So the Nazarenes was stamped with the stamp of heretics. It was a heresy. And what was that? Oh, they kept to the law of Moses. So they were just Jews, I have to be kidding me. And this, I'm not sure when they totally went for that, but I think it's around 400 AD in regards of the medicine book and all that, where, the medicine book by, I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. There's so many informations in my head is. So let's see. As no certain knowledge of the day of Christ's birth existed. Okay. But apparently, it seems like they never got to update this video. I don't know. At least I haven't really seen anything in. Yeah. So. It seems like this video that is now coming out is, I guess, the update. Here we have the god of Odin. That seems to be, equally old was the practice of the Druids, the caste of priests among the Celts of ancient France, Britain, and Ireland. And then we have the god of Odin. I'm not sure why they put the... Okay, to decorate their temples with mistletoe, the fruit of the oak tree, which they considered sacred. Among the German tribes, the oak tree was sacred to Odin, their god of war. They sacrificed to it until Saint Boniface in the 8th century. Okay. It was the German immigrants who took the custom to America. Okay. The term Easter is not of Christian origin. It is another form of Astarte, one of the titles of the Chaldean goddess, the Queen of Heaven. Okay. As part of the attempt to adopt pagan festivals to Christianity. Yeah, anyway. Here we go with Easter. Easter mythology, the chief Babylonian and Assyrian goddess associated with love, fertility, and actually Esther seems to also, because Easter seems to be in regards of Venus, the star Venus. Now they didn't, I guess they didn't really fix them like planets. They're calling it a star, Venus a star. I think it was Venus, and it seems like Esther is a name for Venus as well. That's this woman, was given of name. So mythology, the chief Babylonian as an Assyrian goddess associated with love, fertility, and war, being the counterpart to the Phoenician Astarte. That's the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language, 4th edition, 2000. So again, a lot of these things, they actually quote where they get it. Here we have the Columbia Encyclopedia. Tammuz, ancient nature deity worshipped in Babylonia, a god of agriculture and flocks. He personified the creative power of spring. And anyway, and it continues, and yeah, they continue with actually just quoting, showing the sources where also here from Richard Rives, Too Long in the Sun. They also quote there. So. Even if they made a mistake, let's say there's some mistakes in there somewhere, if they're quoting every single source, then then of course if one of the sources are wrong, is it their fault? If a lexicon is providing some false information, I guess I just have to see it.
And who in our mind is God at that point? Do you see the problem from God's perspective?
I'm still using the wrong name of God, but at least they're using a name. But I think it's pretty clear that the name of Jehovah is Jehovah. Huge amount of material on that. I did a lot of research on that because I was really. I thought the name was Yahuwah, but. I had to give in, the evidence was overwhelming, so. So anyway, and I guess a lot of the material is actually not out in the public, so that's really sad. When I was sadly, one of the places that was a lot of good sources, I was closed out. And my donation sent back to me. That's interesting, right? Having a donation sent back to you and closed out of the website. Anyway, I guess that's how it goes. But yeah, I guess I can be kind of. I guess they didn't like the Christian, thing that whatever. So. The next one is finished as well. Okay, I had thought it would be more like, the trailer that I saw seemed like to be more of a documentary than actually a lecture. So I wonder if, it's just lecture pretty much and quoting sources here. Oh, that we have some video and okay. What is that video from the trailer? It's like when I saw the trailer, there was a huge amount of video, which doesn't really seem to be. And this seems to be more of a lecture, Sunburned lecture. I hope I have the right thing here. Hopefully. it's the name of Sunburned. So let's see if we can find the other. We had the. I have so many things open here. Okay, was this the trailer? Let's see. Yeah, I think this was the trailer. Sunburned, extended
Christmas
look.
and Easter, 2 days esteemed above most others, and are observed by nearly 1/3 of the human population. Millions of believers worldwide celebrate these holidays to honor the birth, death, and resurrection of the Messiah. These festivals take many cultural forms and shapes around the world. But would you be alarmed to discover that these two seemingly innocent holidays are historically rooted in ancient occult practices which can be traced back to Babylon? Babylonian sun god worship has evolved throughout the centuries and has branched out into several major religions. Many professing believers have also adopted several of these pagan customs unaware. Even today, all throughout Catholicism and daughter denominations, there are still dozens of popular monuments and symbols that were at one time
And by the way, I could think of why someone wanted the thing gone. Already from the trailer. Clearly this is information that attacks the Roman Catholic Church and a lot of the Protestant denominations that still are hanging on to a lot of lies and deceptions, and actually pretty much in our days returning to the Antichrist.
into various sun gods. What became this very same organization also instituted Christmas and Easter. Secular and Christian scholars alike all record that the Christmas tree, wreaths, boughs of holly, and mistletoe were all objects used in pagan sun god fertility rites. This, of course, begs the question, what are they doing in the homes of believers today? Discover how Mithra and the Norse Odin evolved into the imaginary saint we know today as Nicholas, and how he became the key figure in the celebration of Christmas. In ancient folklore, St. Nicholas was accompanied by a dark counterpart known as the Krampus, and had a striking resemblance to other false deities. The Easter Bunny and the dyeing of Easter eggs are also symbols of fertility connected to Ishtar, biblically referenced as the Queen of Heaven. Long before the birth of our Messiah, December 25th was a day used to celebrate the rebirth of the sun god. All of this and more has all been justified by man for hundreds of years. But when was the last time we considered what our Creator had to say regarding all of this? Do we care? Should we care? We reveal an opportunity and faith-centered challenge to worship and practice the faith as he stated he desires for all his people, not according to us, not according to men, but instead according to his way, according to his word. That is, if you are ready to test everything. To order this 2-part teaching, visit testeverything.net or watch it for free in our video section.
Yeah, it seems to be the thing, it is the guy that, and it is called Sunburn, so it should be the right thing. But it looked pretty good. The trailer looked pretty good, and going for exposing the Roman Catholic, bullshit insanity institution. I could think of things why they might have wanted this gone, right? Already the trailer pretty much leads in the right direction of information they might not like. But yeah, it just seems to be pretty much reference after reference in regards of the obelix. Here is the obelix is the sun god phallic symbol. They show the erect Egyptian penis in the front yard of the Antichrist. Then they have the Dagon god here. Do they reference anything here? Okay, that's that references some things here and there. Again, if there was some things that was wrong in the video itself, they could just have edit it a little, I guess, just put in, hey, this might not be true or whatever, I just taking it down just seems like, because there might actually be a good amount of good information in it, So it just seems weird that, taking it down. And here we go with Easter. So Easter and Christmas seems to be the two things that are attacked here in these 2 hours in regards of Easter traditions and whatever, and in regards of sun worship. So that seems pretty good. Okay, so I found them at least. So now I can see them. At least that's something to chew on. And yeah, and just that's too much. Too much. There's always things. But let's take a copy and push that on my Facebook site. So at least I have the link for it. Maybe I should try. I have another group. Maybe I should try to post an image and hear if anyone knows what is wrong. The thing is, they didn't really, the ministry didn't really come out and say what was wrong in the video, and they're quoting a lot of lexicon sources. And that's the thing, a lot of people don't want to open a lexicon. That's apparently too heavy, apparently. So, yeah, it would be... So in that sense, it's very useful because you can see where the sources is found. And that's not, that's pretty good. Here we have okay. So it seems to work, at least for now, this link. Okay, so we have the Christmas question is still... waiting for them to get that out on YouTube. I just wonder how they are going to end it. I really want to. I don't care in regards of spoilers or whatever. The information is what is important. What I want to know is, do they because the trailer, we can see the trailer. Yeah, here we go. Open the tab. And you see the trailer there, you actually see 2 women. If it wants to open up, apparently it doesn't want to open up. No. Apparently, oh, there we go, trailer, let's try that. There we go. So, maybe I should actually do like
really
this.
Consider the origins of Christmas one way or the other. I just kind of took everybody else's word for it.
One of the questions that we have to ask is this. Does the Bible actually tell us to observe Christmas? And the answer is, unfortunately,
No. So,
we started really getting into it and doing a little bit of research.
In the case of Christmas, do we have evidence that early Christians stole an existing pagan holiday?
that's another really difficult question.
Why was Christmas once illegal in America?
They thought Christmas was an immoral holiday.
I'm the author of The Krampus and the Old Dark Christmas.
I tend to celebrate the 8 holidays most commonly associated with Wicca.
We don't care where it came from. The point is that we're celebrating Christ, we're celebrating his birth. I don't care what those people were doing.
This is an important point. 19th century scholars.
That was the 2 women, and I just heard it. One on the forum saying in regards to those 2 women in the end and all that. I wonder if that would end with this. But still speculating, right? Just speculating.
We don't care where it came from. The point is that we're celebrating Christ, we're celebrating his birth. I don't care what those people were doing.
This is an important point.
This will be very, very, very interesting, right? Where are they going to take this video? And again, I haven't seen it, so it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'm really interested to see where they're going to take it. If they're going to say, oh, it doesn't matter, let's just keep Christ Mass. If they're going to take it in that direction, or maybe they're just going to take it like it's up to you, pretty much. Or, it's going to be interesting to see. And then, of course, if I can, now I can see Sunburned at least. And I'm spitting apparently in the camera. So now I can see Sunburned and look how that is, there seems to be 2 hours of just sources after sources, mostly of found in lexicons and so forward. It seems so. Of course, that will be interesting to see. So sources is all usually. It seems like they're doing a lot of the work in not needing to look up in lexicon. So when you're sitting there and researching, it can take some time to find things here and there, right? So they seem to have collected all the goodies, and well, I'll see if I can snatch anything that I would be totally in disagreement with, So yeah, is there anything in it that really are so terrible that they had to take it down? It's just kind of weird to me, Again, just the quick look, they seem to be using sources from, valid sources that is out there. So, yeah, that will be interesting to see if I can find anything that I can discern is just totally off the course. That wouldn't be, even if they got, let's say they got 10% or 20% wrong. Let's just say they got 20% wrong. That's still 80% truth, right? And they have done what they have done the best that they can, right? As long as they're trying to do the best and they are not willingly going out there to deceive you, even if 20% was wrong, you still have 80% that is correct. Of course, it would be nice to have 100%, but we have a way of making mistakes here and there, right? And that's just, how it is. As long as we're pulling the rope in the right direction, when we're pulling rope from Satan, and as I understand it, this video was something that really pulled a lot of rope from Satan in regards of awakening people and letting them begin to research them for itself, And yeah, there might be something wrong in the video, I don't know, but again, is that enough to just totally pull it off your website? I don't know. So anyway, maybe they have a new. I haven't really followed this ministry, so maybe they have a new version. I haven't really seen if the people are still talking about this version. That's the one that people talking about. This. And in regards to the new video, I think there was someone saying that this is compared to Sunburn, this new thing is pretty much crap, right? They didn't use that word, but so again, it will be interesting to see, which direction they will take the new one. I'm just thinking, if the first two in regards of Sunburn is totally just hammering the Roman Catholic Church and totally destroying all their lies and all that. And if I then get over to a video, they pull this video, right, this Sunburn, and if they then feed the people a video that actually ends up going on to say, in regards of the, it matters, it doesn't matter what others does, and just matters what we are, in regards of Christ Mass and all that. That would be interesting, it seems like Sunburn is more rough in regards of square, in regards of what do we want to do? Do we want to continue to keep these pagan festivals, or do we want to act on it? Do we want to change, right? Do we want to go back to the biblical festivals? And if the new video here is... but they seem to have, they seem to go to a lot of doctors, learned men, all over the world, it seems, actually, talking about this subject. So, the truth should, they should pull a lot of truth out, and in regards of the connections with these things. Yeah. So that again, they will be interesting, but hopefully they won't be too slick, to take it in the direction of as long as we just think that we are anyway. Maybe that's just, I don't know. Maybe it will be interesting. I'm just speculating. I guess I don't have anything better to do than to speculate and think in conspiracy ways in regards of you never know. I wonder. We'll see if I'm just totally out there, or maybe if I'm correct, that would be interesting. But the chance of that would be very small, I think. So but it's yeah. Apparently no one is. That's one that has answered on my something here. The problem is that Facebook doesn't really answer on everything. What does he say here? Someone saying, I was unaware that there was a festival of Jehovah this time of year. Well, that's not. Well. So, and I do really wonder why they would promote Hanukkah, which is not found in the Bible. That in regards to testing everything and all that, I think there should be enough things in regards of Hanukkah to be very, very speculative about it. And of course, you don't find it in the Torah. You don't find it in the first 5 books of Moses. But it seems like a popular thing to replace Christmas with Hanukkah. And as far as I can see, it's just, going from one third to another third, pretty much. So, yeah. But yeah, I did a lot of research past, years ago, and I just forgotten most of it pretty much. It's just very, very, you do a lot of other things of research, and you just get the conclusion, okay, it's not for me, I don't need to. And that's the thing, you can use so much time researching these pagan traditions, but overall, in the end, it doesn't really matter in some sense. It just matters in regards to what is written in the Torah, in regards to those festivals, Judaizing, and it seems like there's 2 teams in the world, pretty much. There's the Romanizers and there's the Judaizers. And then the question is, which team do you want to be on, pretty much? Yeah. And yeah, I'm a Protestant Judaizer. So I'm a Protestant because I protest the Antichrist. So that would be, so I would be a Protestant in regards to that. I protest against the Antichrist, the so-called Pope. So a Protestant, and a Judaizer, yeah. So a Protestant Judaizer. Oh yeah. In any case, so I really would have liked to hear more about that movie and all that. Apparently, some people have seen the movie, so. But again, I guess it will come around. It's very, in regards to the video, it's nice that they make the video, absolutely, but it is a little late in the time to release it. I do understand it takes time, right, and all that. So of course it's better than it's better than it's better to have it out there, because it hopefully will help people to lead them to the truth. So but I'll have to see the video. So at least Sunburned seemed to be pretty, it's like, going on, hitting it hard. I wonder how the other video will be. Anyway, I have these 2 to see and enjoy, and sit and look and enjoy the first 2 hours. But as far as I can see, just in a quick thing, it seems pretty good, again, they're showing where they're getting their sources from, it seems. So at least most of the times, it seems, there's like, okay, here the source from we got this information from this source and all that. Yeah, well, I was unaware that there was a festival of Jehovah this time of year. That's not. You're correct. You are correct. Correct. That's not. There is none. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. So, it's pretty good. So it's nice to see that others are actually also notice, on this in regards of Hanukkah and all that. So I can pretty much delete that one in regards to Sunburned now that I have found it. Yeah, let's just delete that. It's no. I don't need to ask about it when I have found it. So, yeah. Oh well, time will see. When they release the new version. We'll see if they go from being rough and square to soft, and we'll see. I really wonder. Yeah, I really wonder. That will be interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, have a good one. I'm just speculating. I'm just, got into the conspiracy thinking here in regards of why would they remove this? When people liked it, and actually used it and wanted to use it, and then they just pulled it off and stopped selling it, and because there's some mistakes, which apparently it didn't seem like they were actually telling what issues there was in the video. Yeah, we find okay, so you had some mistakes in it. Okay, well, couldn't you just tell us what the mistakes were, and then I don't think you needed to pull it. But anyway, okay, here we actually have one that actually told. I actually wrote this and I actually deleted the other one, but I wrote this thing different places, and that was actually so maybe I shouldn't have deleted the other thing, but I wrote here. I need help. Where can I find the documentary Sunburned? Question mark. Does anyone have it or know where I can see it? I'm in conspiracy mood and want to see what mistakes there might have been in it, or if the Romanists just wanted it out of the market as it exposed their wicked system. Page me if you know something, or right here. So Hadassah says, these videos are no longer available out there. This Christmas question movie is supposed to replace it. It was just taken off YouTube a few nights ago. Yeah, apparently it came on and then it was taken off, and it's just so some seem to have seen it, and then they closed it off. I don't know what is going on, but yeah, whatever. I don't know if they did it, because some say they uploaded the old version, and then apparently YouTube must have been finished with the old versions, like 13 gigabytes. So I guess it might take a little time for YouTube to actually handle that. And I guess they might have taken it off because they wanted the new version up there and not the old version where they found 2 mistakes and all that. So again, it's not live yet. So anyway, so but nice response from her. Really nice to get some information. But she says these videos are no longer available out there. I would think that someone would have had the DVDs and all that, right? Now, of course, now that I have found it, and I'm sure the DVDs are probably better quality, but that doesn't really matter as long as the information is there. So, You know, information always becomes more interested when people remove it, right? You know, so you know, you become interesting. Why did you remove it? You know, I want to see why you removed it. Well, you know, there was some mistakes and all that, and okay, well, let's check that out, right? You know, just looking at the trailer, it just seems like it would be totally, you know, totally destroying the lies of the Roman Catholic Church. Anyway, yeah, I'm babbling. I'm just saying the same things over and over again. Nice. So it was just taken off YouTube a few nights ago. Yeah, that's the new video. But again, I can start with Sunburn, and then I can see the other one if it comes up. But again, they're very, very late. It's the 23. You know, the problem is, you know, in regards to the release thing and all that, it's nearly Christmas. You know, the Antichrist is nearly coming on television, and then people are looking for the pagan New Year of Janus instead, right? So, you know, at that point, I think the interest might have gone down. But of course, it's out there for next year, right? So, if it's a replacement, but as I understand, okay, so this is the thing that is made to replace the other video. So that will be interesting to see if it can live up then to the old one that was apparently popular, right? That has been taken off the internet. Well, you know, if I hadn't known that website there, I don't know if I could have found it. You know, that was just, you know, I guess that was you know, it's many years since I actually went into that website. I pretty much forgot a lot about it, but I did use a lot of time on that website to look at information in regards to the festivals. I remember that's many years ago when I knew less. Yeah, of course I knew less in the past, but anyway, looking at Michael Root in regards of Passover and unleavened bread and all these things, you know, trying to familiarize me with these, right? And so yeah, I used a good amount of hours on there to look there. I think I saw some other things as well on the website. I can't. I think there was another that I was pretty. Maybe it was. Maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. Many. So it's nice to remember that website. I was like, oh, this is cool that I actually have it. So, I tried to search on Google, and it was just pretty much. I couldn't really find anything that. So yeah, very nice, very nice. Thumbs up for that. So maybe I should actually, yeah. Now that I have them, if they don't really have big mistakes and all that, I could actually put them up on my website. Yeah. And some say I just need to fix the video player and all that. I still haven't done that. But I actually bought a video player like half a year ago, and I just haven't set it up yet. But then I could put them up there, right, for people that still wants this, information and use it to whatever. I'll see if it's okay. If it's okay, that would be a possibility, to do. At least people could. Of course there's other place as well, but you never know. If they close one down, it's always nice to have another one, right? If they're hunting down the truth, right, and trying to censor it. I don't know. Oh well, nice that she responded, and I guess I'll get back to things and maybe see some video on these things and get some information, I guess. Anyway, have a good one, all of you, and I'm actually getting a little hungry, I must say. I don't have any more food, so that's not. The last thing I have are pretty much. Oh, that's maybe also empty. Oh my, didn't apparently I thought I still had some of these. Maybe I've emptied it. Yeah. Oh no, I have it here. Oh yeah. So that's the last thing I chewy. Pretty good. Said to be antifungal. It's like candy, you know, and I still have a good amount of them in my. Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, a replacement for candy, you know, to antibacterial, antifungal, and it's called gloves or something like that. Full of antioxidants as well. Actually, the number one, as I understand it, on antioxidants and polyphenols, whatever. I don't know what they totally do, but anyway, may Jehovah bless you, and may Yeshua be a most precious pearl, and may the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, be in us all. Amen. Have a good one, and yeah, I might just be totally out there, you know. I'll just, you know, I'm just waiting for the video, so I guess I'm just, you know, come on, you know. Anyway. Have a good one.